Doing just this one thing shifted and changed everything for me. And after I did this, it all started manifesting so quickly. So I want to let you in on what I did, how it works, and how you can do this too. Because it's time to stop wasting days, weeks, or even months feeling stuck at why certain things aren't working out for you or manifesting for you. The stuckness is over. This particular video is very personal, and I truly think this will make a huge difference in how you approach manifestation. So if you are ready to see a major difference in the results that you've been experiencing, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below. It takes just 1 second and it lets me know that you're actually watching and using these videos that I share. And like I said, this one is personal and you will find so much value in it. And speaking of personal, if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Now let's get right into it. So I shared a video a few weeks ago about 3 things that are ruining your manifesting. And if you haven't already, really be sure to watch that video after you watch this one, because this will all sort of tie in together in a really nice way. So I will leave a link up here and a link down below for that video. So watch that one after. But one of the things that I shared in that video was about the concept of asking for what you want. And this part really kind of leans into this main point that I want to share in this video that really started amplifying my results. So I personally spent years and years operating from that point of view of asking, because that's what you hear you are supposed to do. But like I mentioned in that other video, that's really not the right way to approach it. I mean, first of all, look at all the things that we blindly do because we're supposed to do them, rather than actually following where we feel led and following the instincts that we have deep down, following our own internal guidance system and intuition, which, by the way, these systems within you, your intuition and your internal guidance system, they are actually literally trying to guide you down the path to make your goals and dreams happen. I always say you are already hardwired with everything you need. You truly are already equipped with everything you need already within. But here is the one thing that I find that really kind of keeps you stuck and plateaued when it comes to manifesting. And I know this because, like I said, I've experienced this personally for years and years myself. Let me save you all those years. And I even want to share an exact example of something personal, like a personal story from me. What keeps you stuck in a standstill is the idea of permission. I mean, truly, you might not even realize that this is holding you back, because we have all been so deeply conditioned to ask for permission our entire lives. I mean, as children, we had to ask for permission for everything. I mean, look at when you were in school. You often had to raise your hand and ask permission to even use the bathroom. Obviously, as children, asking for permission was things that kept us safe, but as an adult, you take that in with you and you start feeling like you have to get permission to move forward in anything you want to do in life. So whether or not we realize it, this idea of asking for permission has actually become part of our subconscious programming. It's been ingrained in you. It's been ingrained in us. I'm including myself in this because I still sometimes find myself in this state of permission. And it's something that I'm more aware of, but it's something I have to continue to be aware of. Manifestation is a journey. You always have to come back and check your thoughts and your beliefs and over again. It's not something that once you fix it, it's good forever. It's constant checking in. It's constant self-awareness. I still find myself with little moments of not fully trusting myself or not fully pursuing something that I want, because maybe there's still a small piece of me that's waiting for some type of permission. Permission in the form of maybe a sign, or permission in the form of a certain circumstance to shift, or even just flat out permission from someone. If you're being honest, how often do you find yourself not moving forward or taking any action because you are waiting for the right circumstance? Or waiting for the perfect opportunity, or waiting until you have X, Y, or Z lined up? That waiting is a signal that you are waiting for permission, that it's okay for you to have this thing you want, or reach this new level, or dream bigger, or have new circumstances. But the real magic happens when you give yourself permission, that it's safe to go to these new levels and experience these new things. I'm telling you, once this clicks for you, You are going to have so much clarity. The fact that you have certain goals and dreams within you is permission enough that you are meant to go out and accomplish and have them. You owe it to yourself. You wouldn't have this idea or this pull towards certain things if you weren't meant to go for it. And I know that a lot of people get confused or try to tie in religion to the law of attraction, or worry that manifestation is going against God or whatever higher power you believe in. And for the sake of time, I'm not gonna go too far into this, but that's really not how it works at all. Manifestation is not witchcraft. It does not go against God. It does not go against religion. If God or whatever higher power you believe in didn't want you to have an amazing life filled with all of these amazing goals and dreams that live within you, then why would they be a part of you? You are a soul having a human experience. Give yourself permission to follow those gentle nudges that your soul is guiding you towards. Because when you start doing that, it puts you on this direct path towards alignment and receiving that exact thing you want. This right here is what made all the difference in my own manifesting process. No longer needing permission to follow my own instincts. No longer needing these imaginary circumstances to be absolutely perfect before I start elevating into new levels of receiving. And taking and following inspired action when it strikes without worrying or doubting myself, because I fully trust myself. So in order to stretch to new levels of possibility, in order to reach higher levels of income, new levels in your career, new situations or circumstances that are ideal or better, all of that requires you raising your standards and then elevating into these new standards. You can think of it almost like when you were a little kid, and you went through all those little growth spurts, slowly and gently growing bit by bit. Sometimes it's uncomfortable until one day you're a full-grown adult. Did it happen overnight? No. Was it gradual? Yes. Was it constant stretching, uncomfortable at times? Yes. Going from where you are right now to the life that you want is going to require change. It's going to require growth. And it's also going to require you following your instincts and stepping into new levels of possibility. Don't fear change. Embrace it if you want new things. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. How do you expect to become a millionaire if something in your life doesn't change? I mean, this change could be a job, it could be circumstances, it could be so many things outside even the realm of your thoughts right now. Or how do you expect to spend your life with your perfect soulmate if something doesn't shift within your life and make space for them? Change is simply a sign that what you desire is on its way. But so many people fear change and then resist actually having what they want. There have been so many moments in my own life where decisions that I've made and moves that I've made have made no logical sense, but it almost feels like I'm being pulled towards them. And I've noticed that the more I've leaned in and started trusting it, the greater results I've experienced in my own manifestation. The more that I honor my own internal guidance system, the stronger it gets. And then the less I get in my own way by questioning or doubting myself. That pull, that intuition, it doesn't always make logical sense at first, but when you follow it and explore it, it really all starts lining up. I remember when I made my very first YouTube video, there were so many weird logical fears that popped up. I mean, worries of, would people judge me? Or what if no one watched or cared? Or should I be spending my time doing something else? But there was this strong pull within me that I almost couldn't even ignore if I wanted to. So I followed it and I did it. And that led me to growing and expanding my business. And I now have the honor of teaching thousands, tens of thousands of students across dozens of countries. This is the joy and purpose of my life, to do what I do and see the transformations that people experience. Words can't even explain. And I'll even give you another quick example of something that led me to purpose. I remember years ago, really wanting to join this program I had been hearing about and reading about, which is actually really ironic now. The universe has a great sense of humor, because the person whose program I wanted to join ended up years later becoming my very own business mentor. His name is James Wedmore. But years ago, when I first decided that I wanted to join his program, I hesitated for years. Yes, years. He has this one program that's only open once per year. And if you miss that enrollment, you have to wait again a whole other year till the doors are open again. So each year for, I wanna say 3 years, I talked myself out of it. Even though there was such a strong part of me that really wanted to join, every year I would hesitate. telling myself stories of when circumstances lined up, or when I was more ready, or whenever I had more time, story after story after story, ignoring what I was actually feeling very much drawn towards. And then the year that I finally did it and I joined that program, Business by Design, I literally felt like I reached a quantum leap, and I actually ended up earning back what I paid times 10 within 30 days. It was almost like the universe said, finally. And I had one of my biggest and best years that year, reaching more people, impacting more people. I wish that I hadn't resisted it for so long. And that program that I joined gave me new processes and tools and automations and structures and guides and so much more to help me build and create and grow and expand my business, which helped me reach more people, create more impact. And without having joined, I really think I would have just stayed where I was at. I would have plateaued. I learned how to hire a team. I learned how to create new levels of automation so I could serve at a higher level. I had deep down been wanting to grow and reach more people and impact more people. And that is where I kept feeling called and pulled towards that program. But like I said, I had stopped myself from the idea of permission. And by the way, if you are a business owner or entrepreneur or someone who is looking to build or grow or start your own business, let me just say that I do highly recommend that program still, Business by Design. I still use it to this day. There's new content added all the time, and there's like live coaching calls and so much more. And actually, June is the time of year that the doors open to Business by Design. Like I said, they only open once a year. So if you are an entrepreneur or creative type, I'll leave a link down below for that so you don't miss it. Like I said, once a year, every June. So if you miss it, you have to wait another year, like I did. Take advantage of the fact that it's June right now. Take it from me. And if you happen to be watching this video after June, you can still sign up for that wait list with that same link, and you'll just get notifications next June. And also, if you're not sure who James is and you wanna try out some of his free trainings to see if he's a good fit for you, I'm telling you, his trainings are mind-blowing. I've been working with him for years now. I'll leave a link to some of his trainings down below so you can try those out. He has this amazing money on demand training that's one of my favorites, so be sure to check out that especially. But do you see how waiting for permission and asking for what you want actually takes away the power that you have? It denies that internal guidance system within you that is leading you directly on the path towards where you need to be. And doing that keeps you stuck in the same situations and circumstances over and over and over again. You are your way out of this plateau. If you want growth, if you want expansion, if you want bigger and higher levels of abundance and new experiences, you have to give yourself permission and then let go of any false limitations that you chose to believe. Let me know down in the comments below if this resonated with you, because I truly love hearing from you and I make these videos for you. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me over on TikTok and Instagram at MK Magic Mindset. And if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.